When I look into new communities, I'm super picky, and this one in Frisco checks all the boxes I normally don't see all in one place. This community is built around golf, green space, and even the brand new Universal Studios for families. So whether you're into sports, schools, or just want a smart investment, the Fields is going to be the next big move here in North Texas. My name is Jake Enderman. I'm a Dallas realtor with eXp Realty, and I help buyers relocate to the North Dallas suburbs. Every week, if you ever want a market update, builder updates, or anything like that, reach out to me. My info's below, but let's get into the Fields of Frisco. So if you aren't familiar with what the Fields is, it's a 2,500 acre master plan community in West Frisco that sits right next to the brand new PGA Headquarters of America and the Omni Resort. It's being called the 15-minute city, which basically means everything you're going to need is going to be within 15 minutes. All your schools, shops, restaurants, dining, parks, entertainment, you name it. I'd bet money it's all within 15 minutes. A lot of it you're going to be able to walk or bike to as well. That was the thought process behind the developers of this community. Now, something super cool, it's also backs up to the new Universal Kids theme park, which is pretty wild and is expected to be done between April and June of this year, 2026. Now, be sure to stick around because later in this video, I'm actually going to go out into the field so I can show you what the interior of these homes look like and what the homes and streets look like in person. The Fields is not your typical Frisco or even North Texas subdivision for that matter. It's going to be massive. We're talking over 10,000 homes, over 250 acres of parks, open space, schools, corporate offices, and it's going to have a huge retail core called Fields West. Now, this community is not incredibly new. It started in 2022, but it's going to take over the next decade to finish building out. Think of this community is going to be like Legacy West in Plano with all the shopping and dining you need, meets Craig Ranch and McKinney, but even bigger and built around a golf resort in the middle and Universal Kids Resort. Now, as far as location goes, this one's also really hard to beat with the location. You're only going to be 10 minutes north of the Star, which is the Dallas Cowboys headquarters. You're going to be close to all the restaurants and nightlife that area has to offer, but you're far enough away from Dallas, you still get the new construction and space. From here, it's only about 15 minutes to Legacy West and only 35 minutes to the DFW airport. So it's really a great, perfect ground for families and relocators who want the Frisco ISD school district, but still want a brand new home. And really makes this development unique are the sections inside the Fields. Each one feels completely different and has its own unique style. So let's break those down. The first section is going to be the Preserves. This is where you're going to find your builders like Highland Homes, Britain, and Trophy Signature. Home prices in this section are going to start in the high 800s and run into about the $1.5 million range. Now, the next section is going to ramp things up a little bit, both in size and price. To the south, you have the Ridge. Builders here are going to include American Legend, Normandy, and Britain. Homes in this section are going to be a little bit bigger, about 3,000 to 4,500 square feet, and sit on premium lots. Close to your PGA courses, so prices you can expect the $1 to $2 million range. If you want the luxury look and a short car ride to dinner at the Omni, this is going to be a section to pay attention to for you. After this section fills up, the next phase is going to be where things get super exclusive in the Fields. Next phase is going to be the Retreat. It's still pretty early on its development, but it's planned to be one of the most exclusive section of the Fields. It's going to be gated. You're going to have your boutique builders and a lock and leave townhome near PGA Village and retail. So it's going to be perfect for people who want to travel or want luxury without the maintenance. You're going to have a really secure home, not going to have to worry about anyone getting in. Now, before I show you the bigger vision for Fields West, I want to actually take you out there so we can see what the homes and streets look like. So let's head out to the Fields. All right, we arrived at the Fields. This is what it actually looks like, and you're probably not able to see it, but Universal Studios is right over my shoulder, so you can see it from the neighborhood. This is one of the many green spaces they have. Builders here are releasing lots in small phases, but they're going super fast because of the high demand. So it's a really big community, driving around, easy to get turned around. But it's going to be a big community, like I said, goes out further. But let's go see what the interiors of these homes look like. I'm just going to do the highlights of this Toll Brother home. This one was priced at about 1.4. As you enter, you have your curved staircase, large chandelier that's leading into your family room and kitchen. In your family room, you're going to have a floor-to-ceiling fireplace that overlooks your awesome outdoor entertainment area. You've got a TV, covered patio, a putting green, water feature, and then a built-in grill straight ahead. Now in your kitchen, you're going to have an oversized waterfall island, a 6-burner gas stove, dual ovens, and then leading into your primary, you've got a tray ceiling, and in the primary bath, you've got separate sinks, a vanity, a freestanding tub, and a shower. Okay, let's talk about Fields West. This is going to be your ultimate urban core and mixed-use development. They've got 500 acres set aside for future shopping, restaurants, dining, offices, and apartments right next to PGA. The developer's idea was to make this the legacy west of Frisco, and for anyone who wants a walkable city vibe without leaving the suburbs, this is going to be the top spot for you. You're going to be able to get to everything you need by just walking. If you think that part's impressive and one of the biggest perks of Fields of Frisco, wait until you see what's coming right next door to all of this. Universal Kids. Now, what's really cool and unique is Universal Studios chose Frisco for its first family-focused theme park called Universal Kids. It is going to be smaller than their Orlando parks. This is perfect for younger families, and it's basically right across the street from the Fields. For homeowners, that's going to mean weekend fun right down the road. When you have family come in town to visit, you know, it's going to be great. You're not going to have to drive to Arlington for Six Flags or any of the Hawaiian water parks, anything like that that's local. And if you're an investor, it's going to be great for tourism, retail, and long-term value growth. So it's a win-win whether you're an investor or you're looking for a home in this area for you and your family. The theme park's just part of the story. The whole design of the Fields is based on something called the 15-minute city. I know we talked about that earlier, but let's unpack that a little bit more. Now, so far you think Frisco is a place you may want to consider calling home, reach out to me whether you're 9 days or 90 days away from making a move. I'd love to chat, make sure we get you in the best place possible for you and your family. But let's get into why they call it the 15-minute city. Like we talked about earlier, the point of this for the developers was to make sure it's convenient for you. You're 15 minutes from all your schools, groceries, restaurants, parks, healthcare, you name it. They designated the fields so each section connects through trails and green belts, creating over 250 acres of parks and open space. And what's great about that, if you have kids that have friends that live in a neighboring section, you're going to be able to bike from neighborhood to neighborhood without ever touching a main road. So that's pretty incredible and hard to do for DFW, and it just makes it safer for your kids and more convenient for you. What's also great about this development is the city's already backing it up with school and infrastructure already in motion. Now the fields feed into Frisco ISD, which is one of the top school districts in the state. As the community grows, 2 new schools are planned inside the development, so making it even more convenient. You're not going to have to leave the neighborhood for pickup or drop off. Just another piece of that 15-minute city idea. Let's get into what you can expect your property taxes and your HOA to run. Property taxes here are going to run about 2.3 to 2.5%, and HOAs are about $1,000 to $1,500 a year, depending on what section of the community you're in. And that isn't really abnormal for this area or these amenities. It's about on par with the other Frisco communities like Hollyhock or the Trails, and you're getting great amenities with it and an even better location. Over the next 5 years, this entire corridor from the Star to PGA to Universal Kids is becoming North Texas' new economic and entertainment hub. If you buy here early, you're going to be getting in before the rest of the city fills in around you, which is why a lot of the builders are releasing limited lots because they know the demand will stay high. And we're seeing a lot of big name companies like AT&T, looking to move their headquarters from Dallas into Plano, so even a little bit further north and closer to Frisco. And for families relocating to Frisco, it's hard to find a community that's going to check this many boxes. You've got great schools, sports, parks, and long-term values that the Fields really does deliver in. So that's a look at the Fields of Frisco's new 2,500 acre community that's going to define North Texas living as it develops over the next decade. And if you're thinking about buying or building here, I help families relocate full-time and can get you the latest on builder incentive, lot maps, and what the hot areas are. So my info's below. Reach out anytime. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe. I've got a ton of other videos on the top neighborhoods here in the northern DFW section to help you compare before you make a move.